The Ideological Bar Brawl, Round 2, Right-Libertarians play for pay, not pray. Picture a dive bar where the neon's buzzing like a hangover, the band shredding so loud the bar stools rattle, and the air's thick with spilled beer, sweaty high fives, and questionable dance moves. Our 5 political mindsets, Left-Libertarian, Right-Libertarian, Left-Authoritarian, Right-Authoritarian, and Centrist, swagger in, ready to dance, drink, or start a brawl. But the bar's got a drunken gremlin messing things up, randomly swapping your moves. Order a stout, you might get a shandy. Offer a toast, you might accidentally chuck a bottle. That's the chaos, stirring the pot. Last time we threw this party, but we flubbed the Right-Libertarian Self-Defender's groove. They're just slick payoff-chasing rockers, it's so simple, now we got it right. So, we tuned their guitar, invited the same crew, and let them rock in this beer-soaked saloon to see who'd own the jukebox. Grab a pint, and let's dive in. The big goof, Right-Libertarians got a bad rap. Our Right-Libertarian Self-Defender is supposed to be a cold-blooded cash chaser. They don't share pints out of warm fuzzies or betray folks to be jerks. They do whatever pads their wallet. If splitting a pitcher with you keeps the beer flowing, they're in. If swiping your drink while you're distracted scores them a free round, they'll do that too. Last time we handed them a busted riff. That's not their deal. Right-Libertarians are about profit, not preaching or pouting. They'll play nice if it pays, but if betrayal's the better deal, they're not crying over your spilled beer. They're counting their cash. When everyone's mad, they offer a pint to get the good times rolling. Oh, and they've got a 5-round back-off tantrum if you stiff their tab too often. But they're sharp, only kicking off when they're damn sure you're dodging, not just drunk. With the right groove, we packed the bar, cranked the chaos, and let the mindsets loose. Here's how the night went down. The Left-Libertarian Generous Cooperator, the party starter. The Generous Cooperator, our Left-Libertarian legend, struts in like they own the bar, and they kinda do. They're the bartender who slips you a free shot, laughs when you spill their pint, and has the whole crew belting out Bohemian Rhapsody by midnight. Their secret? They don't sweat the chaos. If you accidentally ditch their round because the bar's a circus, they shrug, buy another, and keep the dance floor packed. They vibe with everyone, turning fistfights into conga lines. Even when the self-defender tries to play hardball, the Generous Cooperator keeps pouring, often coaxing them into sharing a pitcher. They steal the show every time. Why can't politicians just buy a round and chill like that? The Right-Libertarian Self-Defender, cash is king, but the band's offbeat. The Self-Defender, our Right-Libertarian rockstar, storms in with a don't tread on me swagger and a calculator for a heart. Now we got their Atlas Shrugged mindset right. They're not here to play nice or preach morals. They chase the cash pure and simple. They'll share a pitcher if it keeps the drinks flowing and the profits high, or swipe yours if you're distracted and it pads their tab. And yeah, they've got a 5-round your toast tantrum if you skip their tab too often, but they're no hotheads, only swinging when they're damn sure you're a cheapskate, not just some drunk stumbling into their elbow. We thought they'd shred the stage, but oof, they keep face planting, slinking to the bar's dark corner, ignored by the crowd. What's the deal? Their cash-chasing smarts are sharper than a bar tab pencil, but their go-get-mine playbook backfires when the band's playing a different song. That tantrum, even if it's a calculated counterpunch, scares off the dance floor, leaving them solo while others lock into a groove. They're like a guitarist who's all about the gig money but ditches the set when the crowd's not buying their solo, thinking they'll beg him back, only to find them moshing to someone else's beat. Are Right-Libertarians too focused on their own tab to see the party's bigger score? The Left-Authoritarian Collective Enforcer, the Fun Police. The Collective Enforcer, our Left-Authoritarian buzzkill, barges in like a bouncer with a rulebook longer than the bar tab. They want everyone splitting pitchers, no excuses. They're cool at first, forgiving a clumsy spill or two. But if you dodge their round too often, they hit you with timeouts that get nastier each time. Like getting banned for a night, then a week, then a month. They're sharp, only cracking down when they're sure you're not just drunk but ducking the tab. Still, they flop hard, stuck in the corner while the party rages. Their long sulks empty the dance floor. They're the bar manager who demands everyone do the same dance, then wonders why the jukebox is playing to crickets. Forcing fun in a beer-soaked bar is like herding cats with a megaphone. Would free wings make their everybody pay shtick less of a buzzkill? The Right-Authoritarian loyalty tester, the VIP crew chief. The loyalty tester, our Right-Authoritarian gatekeeper, rolls in like a doorman with a VIP list and a stare that could curdle your stout. They buy the first few rounds to test your vibe, share a pint, and you're their VIP, trading drinks like best buds. Flunk and you're out, sipping warm beer in the alley. They're chaos smart, forgiving a spilled drink before judging. They shock the bar, stealing the spotlight by locking arms with the Generous Cooperator's kindness or the Self-Defender's early toasts. When they find their crew, they're a tight band, racking up drinks like they're playing Sweet Child of Mine to a packed house. But their VIP list is pickier than a dive bar's craft beer menu, so they miss out when the bar's too wild. They're the guy who demands a band tattoo to join the mosh pit but rocks hard when you're in. Is their cliquey vibe a genius hustle or just a fancy way to shrink the party? The centrist mirror tactician, the even-Steven regular. The mirror tactician, our centrist bro, is the bar's fair play champ. They buy a round, you buy one back, keep it simple. The bar's chaos throws them off with spilled pints sparking petty spats. But sometimes a random toast breaks the fight, like a free shot mid-brawl. They hold their own, trading drinks with a generous cooperator and trying to vibe with the self-defender. Though that your toast tantrum sours the mood. Their even-Steven groove keeps them pouring, proving fair play works even in a circus. Why don't more folks just stick to you buy, I buy, instead of starting bar fights over who's got the better politics? What's the bar tab tell us? This rebooted Brawl spills some frothy wisdom. The generous cooperator owns the night, laughing off spilled beer and turning chaos into a sing-along. The self-defender, even with their profit-driven riff bombs, their don't tread tantrums clear the floor faster than a bar fight at closing time. The collective enforcer's rulebook flops in a sloppy bar, their timeouts killing the vibe. The loyalty tester shines by picking their posse, but their VIP list limits the fun. The mirror tactician keeps it fair, writing lucky toasts to stay in the groove. So, what's the lesson for us and those fancy politicians? In life's messy bar where drinks spill and elbows fly, don't lose your cool over a fumble. Forgive fast, grudges burn your tab quicker than a shot of moonshine. Pick your crew, but don't lock out the new guy with killer dance moves. Rules are great until they're a party pooper. And if you're too busy chasing cash, you'll be drinking solo in the alley. Next time a politician rants about who's got the best plan, slide them a pint and ask how they'd handle a bar brawl. If they start a your toast tantrum or demand a VIP list, you know their mindset. In the bar of life, don't let a bad beat ruin your night. Just top up your glass, crank the jukebox, and keep dancing.